The Nashville Film Festival is an Oscar qualifier, so it has an association with the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science. It's also one of the oldest film festivals in the country and is as well attended as festivals like Sundance in Seattle. They also are getting to the point now where they're getting that many submissions. So we couldn't ask for a better professional opportunity for budding independent filmmakers in this region than our partnership with Nashville. The most important thing from my end, having been an alum of that festival, I screened a film there about 3 years ago, and it's just the fact that this is an opportunity that's available. Nashville has gotten so big that feature filmmakers have gotten distribution there. People have bought their films outright, and distributors come to watch movies that aren't sold yet. So if somebody sends a short to Nashville as an undergraduate or as a student, or right after college, they sort of can become an alum of that festival and use that festival and use a partnership with that festival to get their career off the ground and give back to the festival afterward. And this happens with a lot of film festivals across the nation. And Nashville's premiered films by directors like Craig Brewer, who made the movie Hustle and Flow, directed the remake of Footloose. So just having that available and knowing that you can go and talk to these filmmakers. I remember seeing, when I went to this festival in high school, a film called Gup by Jason Reitman, and then 6 years later he was nominated for an Oscar for Juno, and this was an 8-minute movie about a goldfish that was at this festival. So this is a really great opportunity for these students. We've also had students get employment, so I think the networking is really important. Seeing the films is important as well, but just knowing that you can talk to filmmakers, knowing that this is the submission process, getting those tips is invaluable. It's probably one of the best educational resources we have in this region.
The networking is something that is hugely important from the festival, since it is so big and so important and so close to us. It's really great that we get to take advantage of the people there who come there to show their work. But it's also important to kind of also watch their films, because it's hard to start a conversation with them and say, hey, I want to learn what you do, without first having seen what they are there for, which is for people like us to view their films, people who will appreciate them. And so it's good to get networking there, especially since Nashville is such a growing film industry, and it's such a good festival to be a part of.
We've had a lot of alums get jobs in Nashville and succeed and make their careers there. It's kind of become the place people go after graduation and immediately start doing well with the skills they've learned at Western. Dr. Ted Hovitt started it in 2013, and essentially we get to promote our program at the festival. They allow anyone with a student ID can get into a matinee for free. They can get into, we have 100 and so ticket vouchers for evening shows. And the reason is this is a very well-attended festival. It's not just filmmakers that are there for the festival seeing things. The community comes out. They have some big ticket premieres. Celebrities are there. Ashley Judd has been there before, Oprah Winfrey, Nicole Kidman. So this is an event that draws a lot of people in Nashville, and also people just coming in for the festival that aren't necessarily associated with it. So to get this amount of free tickets for students and to give them that experience is incredible. We also have 2 VIP badges, so we can sort of take students into the networking area that's closed off. What am I forgetting in terms of what you all get to do there? Oh, the workshops. We have free access to the workshops as well, and this new program they started with Variety Magazine called the Creators Conference, where students can go and learn, and the public can go and learn as well from practitioners. I went to a panel by a writer on the TV shows Nashville and Empire, who's working on a new show with the writer of 12 Years a Slave that's set in Atlanta about the Atlanta child murders, and she gave her perspective. They have a virtual reality showcase now and virtual reality workshop. So all this is available to the students because of the partnership. As an alumni of the festival, we were very lucky in that we sold out 2 screenings at the festival. It wasn't us, it was just the group of local Nashville filmmakers. So from that experience, I was able to meet other people in Nashville who were making work. I was able to create a really great experience for my cast. One of my actresses was from the Franklin area, which is right outside of Nashville. And she was able to go and do the red carpet for this movie that was about disability issues. And I've made a lot of friends and a lot of colleagues from the festival that I've used on other projects just because we were able to meet there and network. I just finished a short that actually both you worked on and Tori worked on over the summer with someone that I met at the Nashville Film Festival and a group of people I met there. So that's probably, showing a film there has been my experience and sort of what's come out of that.
This past year, it was pretty cool. I got to get out of class, drive down there with a friend, see a film, hang out a little bit, run into people I knew, get free ice cream, talk to some filmmakers, and then just kind of come back to Bowling Green and then kind of get ready for my weekend, even though just because it was so close, I was able to do all these things just on a Friday without having to really commit to it, because I just decided that day, I was like, I'm going to go. And so with the partnership that we have, I was able to get tickets and then decide on a film I wanted to see it. There was a Q&A for it. And then just running into all the people from both Bowling Green and then people like alumni who are in Nashville now too. And getting to do all that just in this one event was really nice. Going to the Nashville Film Festival helps inspire me really at any festival I go to, because it's a concentrated atmosphere of like-minded people who are doing what they love to do and succeeding at it to some degree. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us just want our work to be shown and watched by people. So going to these events where everyone loves cinema and a lot of people worked on cinema and brought it to the table there, getting in that same atmosphere helps inspire me and then probably many other filmmakers.
And I mean, there was a student that actually went to the tent doing the whole post-grad, what am I going to do with my life? And he went into the tent and networked. And
I'll do that soon.
You will soon, yeah. Next, you'll be doing that in May probably. So.
Next Nashville Film Festival, I'll be there.
So he ended up not knowing what he wanted to do and met someone in this tent who was a sponsor of the festival and had some passes, and they gave him a job interview, and he got this job that was a great starter job in Nashville and was able to go on and work for some reality TV shows and some other places. And if it weren't for the festival, he might not have been in a situation to meet this person in a kind of a fun setting where he wasn't just a resume. This person told him, apply for this job. It was great to meet you, and it's really good for our film capstone course. This is a big component of that course as well. We take a week and go to the festival, and I sort of like designate and hand out tickets and take everyone into the tent, and we talk about networking and that other element that's often lost whenever we think about film education, because these festivals are where most people break into the industry. The film industry is an industry that you really do break into. I mean, some people work in crew, but if you want to be a writer or a director, or you want to sort of create your own freelance business, you have to break in. Festivals are a great place to do that and to get the name recognition out there, and to use the official selection of the Nashville Film Festival or other film festivals to get a feature made, or to attract somebody that runs a web network or a place like HBO or a cable network. So that's where a lot of people get their careers started, is at these festivals that have reputations like Nashville.
This past year, I was working on a documentary of my own, and I was in the middle of editing it, and I was just feeling really frustrated, and I went to the Nashville Film Festival, and I went to a few different documentary shorts and features, and it just really helped me break through on what I need to do on my own stuff, and it just kind of once again honed in that message that our film professors are always telling us: if you want to make good movies, watch good movies.
I think from going to the Nashville Film Festival and seeing all these other films, it kind of made me have a goal set, try to get into that for each project I do, just try to make it that kind of quality. There's no excuse not to try for that. And I just finished Ian was talking about the Noir Challenge, and we all just worked on a challenge over the weekend, and I think it's probably one of the best things we ever made, or I ever made, and I think that stems from actually seeing films from the Nashville Film Festival and trying to get into that eventually at some point.
It's in our region, and it's a pretty well-known film festival, so it's just good to kind of see what kind of content they take. Festivals in general just kind of teach you to focus on the smaller moments in life, I think, and focus also on demographics that aren't often represented in mainstream cinema. So festivals like Nashville Film Festival kind of taught me, they've inspired me for projects I'm working on right now, which normally deal with coming of age stories for young girls. I'm currently writing a script about a young girl who gets in fights at school, because we don't normally see girls getting into serious fights on the screen. And I'm also working on another film about a female altar server in a Catholic church. So the Nashville Film Festival didn't directly inspire those projects, but it does inspire me to, like I said, focus on the smaller, more important moments of life.
Don't be afraid to talk more to a lot of students, especially even at Nashville Film Festival. The directors are doing Q&As, and a lot of film students, I realize, just don't ask questions. That's what they're up there for. Go ahead and talk to them. This is their moment, so they'd be happy to share some of their experiences with you. So that's how you learn. And also, I would say, to work hard, and just because when you work hard, you get noticed by other people, and that's how you find your group, and that group kind of sticks with you around here and outside of the school too.
When it comes to the film festival, I more just went this year to kind of see. I wasn't actually working, I was just attending. But in future years to come, I would like to start networking, especially I submitted something this year. We'll find out in a few months if I got in, and if I do, then by all means, I will definitely network.
Same thing, I just submitted something to the festival. And I didn't really do much networking, but did a lot of people watching, seeing the ongoings, and it was my first time being there. So like next time, I think I'm gonna be more prepared for the situation. And so I submitted my 3-2 short film that I did this last semester. And I just did just to go through the process of seeing what would happen, just because it's something you should probably have practice in doing. And
when I was first looking at schools, I kind of got the idea that I wanted to go into film. And so I started looking at schools in the area for film. And just the more I looked at different ones, the more I, A, wanted to be a film major, but B, I decided that WKU was really a great place. Our film program's new, and I didn't know anything about film when I first came here, but with the program and the way it's laid out is you can come here without knowing a single thing about film, and still, as long as you work hard and keep giving it the energy you need to, you'll learn all you need and succeed.
WKU, I think, offers you the best bang for your buck. You know, like, you get a really good education here, you get a very good, like, community of people, and the thing is, you can't learn creativity, you can't learn imagination or talent. You can learn how to have a good attitude, you can learn the etiquette of set, you can learn how to use equipment and things like that. And WKU is awesome about encouraging creativity, encouraging imagination, while also teaching us the how-to of filmmaking.
I moved to Kentucky, and I always wanted to do film, so I looked up every program, and I decided that WKU was probably the best one in Kentucky, and it turns out it's really great. So I come to this program not knowing anyone, and about a semester in, I have so many friends now. It's just fantastic. Everyone here is great, and it's just a great place to learn and kind of perfect your craft.